When I first entered the forest, it seemed ordinary to me: tall trees and soft grass underfoot. I wanted to spend a couple of days alone, away from the hustle of city streets. But the deeper I went into the woods, the more I felt that something was not right. Soon the sun disappeared behind the clouds, and the forest was engulfed in shadow. I kept walking, but soon I noticed that the trees were becoming denser, and the sounds of nature gradually faded away. Occasionally, the wind whispered through the trees, as if warning me of something. I decided to set up camp, stopping in a small clearing. After lighting a fire, I began to ponder what to do next. But suddenly, I was pierced by a strange feeling that someone was watching me. Looking around, I saw no one, which slightly reassured me. Night fell, and the forest filled with the sounds of nocturnal creatures. As I sat by the fire, I heard something rustling among the bushes. My heart raced. I threw on my jacket and slowly approached the noise. At first glance, there was no one there, but I felt a presence surrounding me. As I returned to the fire, I saw shadows darting between the trees. My thoughts filled with dread. Maybe it's just a play of light? But my instincts told me there was something amiss. I tried to calm myself. It's just the forest. Several hours later, as I was preparing to sleep, a dull crack woke me. I got up to check if anything had happened to my camp. Suddenly, from behind the trees came an ancient, terrifying sound similar to a scream, but distorted, as if someone were trying to mimic it. I froze in place, unsure of how to react. Gathering my thoughts, I decided to pack my things and leave. But the deeper I walked, the more the forest seemed to draw me into its embrace. The trees appeared to shift, as if trying to block my path. I could no longer tell which way to go, and I was lost. Finally, when I began to wonder if the night would never end, I stumbled upon a strange clearing. In the center stood a sinister, ancient tree, its branches twisted like hands reaching out to grab me, its bark bore marks resembling claw prints. I felt that it could tell many stories about the people who had ventured this far and never returned. Behind me, footsteps sounded. I turned around. There stood a silhouette. It was vague and dark, but it exuded something horrifying and indescribable. I screamed, but the sound caught in my throat, as if the forest swallowed it. At that moment, I realized, the forest was not just a place. It was a living entity, having absorbed fear and pain, now seeking new victims. I jerked away and, filled with terror, ran out of the clearing, only to realize I was carrying something with me that was already inseparable from me. Since then, I live with the feeling that the forest is watching me, intentionally or not. It has become part of me, leaving a piece of its darkness in my heart. Every night, when I close my eyes, I see it. Perhaps I'm not the only one who hears its whispers when the wind begins to blow, and maybe, soon, it will take me back.